Yes, let's say.
Yeah,
Danyamias. Last week, I'm shedding.
last week.
Last week, as I know, to cry kakra to enter me.
Yeah, last week me call mine be.
Yes,
it was an emergency order, so I needed to be there.
Sure. But I say be able.
It's okay.
Yeah, Danyamias. I think for some time now, you're sharing commercial on the opportunities a war mining industry. I'm a Ghana for. And I believe, I remember, Oma, you go through some big 5 areas. Say a quite a even here raises sika locally. Na local Ghanaians is what me are participating in the mining sector. How we can finance mining operations locally. Ye this uncommon. Make I say the kind in common on local content and a local participation. Ye didn't come about value addition to your minerals. And I say na aka exploration and mining activity no ankasa. And I think you be really on small scale mining and some of the challenges the interventions are buying at the Abba. If you may, yen recap some of these points, kakra na omo intimi enti no in nkoma yedi so far.
Obi midasi. And as usual, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, that's it.
Security for no boy juma pa or bui. Black Volta.
Okay.
Okay.
Black Volta. And also omo boy juma wada en galam say ya.
Black Volta now. Because tuition so no ma raise alarm no
I'm for so people you Black Volta pa
wow one thing
no I heard it
but yeah clear munya
oh that's nice now and also gold woman
now if I go in New Ghana
you could see say on Asempa FM 94.7
ebia Volta oti ehuniama
okay.
So, Charlie Abrofono Gold Coast, no one found my quality.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
I know Chessa, I accept TBB.
Yeah.
Oh, David. David, wow, South Africa for Galamsey.
Sure.
And your cry. Wow. Okay, Obi.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, near Casio. Yeah, too good, sir. Oh, Bossy. 1897 into 126 years old.
Yeah.
Still mine no. Ghana bauxite 1941. Still manganese. These are decades of operations. New mines but I know the Okakra na Ghana full crowd say oh hey more better billions say yeah who she South Africa Johannesburg obetumi dey compare takwa na obetumi dey takwa ana obuase compare Johannesburg ana e be a Perth Australia ana Toronto New Vancouver
yeah
obi pa say be mining and sisa ya bro abomo and you have to get a wedding in Chi and Sisa Ghana said yeah fata
yeah
nima bi wo say ya chance here over the years ya so but you see me believe you one thing there's nothing that is late in life sometimes nima bi wa opeso ya na ofose bia enyi ya na bibisa but problem be baby and say we should have done this thing for centuries. Obi, let me say this. Maybe Boniema 5 be me repeat it. If we take them seriously and push hard, and if it's we now, me can't say somebody else because I'm a Juma, me name minister, a Juma no Minerals Commission minister. 1 or 2 other areas that to help us other way, but do na Minerals Commission in minister. Obi TNU the last time I last scale mine emuno new one achim
okay
achim Newmont about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So within the last 10 years new mine
last scale
new
mine.
one fresh last scale big one That's a small scale every day.
Pesos I am
Pesos were Pesos were.
Okay.
Pesos has been here, over 10 years.
Okay.
Wow, how much? Wow. Now we are saying, sir, within the next 2 years, you bring 4 big new operations. New one, world class. Wow. 3-year gold, 1-year lithium. Newmont, Ahafo North. 30 kilometers north of current operation. 94.7. Within 2 years. Now, but there was some compensation issue. Obi, that is $1 billion mine. $1 billion. What do you cost this? Omugusun. Cardinal Extreme Talency. Mele Foundation.
Yeah.
Into Mr. Poverty as ye, and a month for Betty as ye. Cardinal, $500 million. They have started. Next year, by this time, give and take Ombe Commission. Who they can't have enough $1.5 billion. Azuma, report normal file, almost by end of the year, almost 30. It is $250 million. And that's 1.75. Okay? Then lithium, roughly 200 million. In fact, about 185 to be precise. Obi, these 4 new projects, 3 of them that are likely to be ready by the end of next year. New January 2025 because soon. Udi 4 we boom $2 billion. Obi unim the area. Sikano be free outside aba.
All the money.
That is the issue. Utie Sam Jonah, one of our finest icons as far as mining is concerned in Ghana. You can't write, you can hate him or like him. To me, throughout the history of mining in Ghana
without
take out that man's name.
Yeah.
I don't know your before. Utano. Some time ago, you say, now a CEO of Ashanti Gold, this, and I say in South Africa they own their mines. Here we don't. Asem na okano. In other words, he was telling you say he worked for somebody who owned the mine. And for how long can we sit here? 100+ years mining. And then Anglo Gold Ashanti is the 4th biggest gold mining operation in the world. Number 1 in the whole Africa. Omo mine kesiye mienu wa ha. Obuasi ni
Takwa
Edua Prim. Newmont squad the America biggest in the world. Apart from that, they do silver, zinc, I think lead and copper. Nansen yabe busumi mienu we omuto Australian company be for 19 billion. The 5 billion count, that is our total export BBF free Ghana. Wow. Almost 2 mines. Almost the 3rd one. In 2 years' time, a half region, that small region, with 6 or so constituency, it will become a 1 million ounce producing region just for gold. Wow. That area is still part of Ashanti Kingdom. Yeah, G. Edua Primni Gold Fields JV, that's also another 1 million. Okay? So, if you really want mining to benefit this country, so we can look like Joe Berg. Because I call that every year, I call PEF, I call Toronto, because the top conferences in mining are there. And the companies normally come from here. Could be Vancouver. It has more companies listed on the stock exchange for mining than any place in the world. Time as say in share anyebia sikanubi omobefa wa ha. Insofar as the billions keep coming from outside, you will not get to your destination. What is that destination? Time everyone say yes, mining is now benefiting this country greatly. So me try upon me can say mining benefits Ghana. I'm lying. And that one there I can give you the benefits. But where it should have taken us by now. And part of the problem is that Sikana Omodisi mines, every man. Fortunately, since 2020, we should local content law and Shisha now listed.
Okay.
Cost stock exchange. Now mines now Sikano free before we conclude on this number 1 point. Predominantly 4 areas. Internally generated funds. Wow, ebia Newmont omakasa musika. Now we 1 billion we musika. Ya no say Newmont America, Newmont Mining Corporation America kesiye no this canobe ma Newmont Ghana as a loan. Almost sorry, almost see political risks too high into the same project in US and now Australia, no, because Newmont was Australia. It is not the same interest rate no matter amount. In Saudi now say niche and who a problem. Wow, me monitor news in almost West Africa. Ono kano Ghana onyaka Ghana pe West Africa. Oh, Niger, Mali, Burkina, Guinea, omyeku dodo inti ebikra na the whole region is stable. Wow, the bunya afra inti uko jinlo abia na above 15%. Yeah. Same company. Obeji ahe withholding tax ahe. Wow. Into 1 billion the back back calculated maybe a 12% interest rate on it. You don't get anything less than 10. You understand? You are not like Botswana or Mauritius where the political risk is lower. These are the kind of things people should understand. So then the question is, how do you address this? Let them go and list on the stock exchange. So the internal generated funds are normal bank or this kind
94.7.
So Newmont can go to any of the banks and say, I have this huge project in Ghana, Muma Miska, and they can borrow on their books. So they take debt. So banks like Macquarie Banks or Australia, they lend a lot for mining. Okay? Even some of the banks have started lending. The third one is shares. Shares, whether it's a private company or a public company. And now I'm afraid be streaming or royalty. Upeska 200 million amount. But too good now, me pay good, no. So you give me that quantity of good, okay, at a certain discounted price and timelines. So these are the 4 ways generally. Mines for Murizisika, internal generated funds, debt, shares. Okay, and now alternative methods like meta streaming. Wow, that kind of thing. Sometimes you have these hedge funds and all those things. Sika we nya fi outside. Inti shisha be nya organ as I be making sure say sika no be fiha.
E be fiha. Okay.
See ya shisha say at least say almost list a certain percentage
on the stock exchange. Every mining company, multinational.
OB code to me. Atlantic Lithium, Omobel listed
on the stock exchange.
Why not? They will be the first new mine Omobel listed. Omunya ebeso omo. Ya nyani sa nje. They will list. So if we want to look like Johannesburg and all those things, let them list Nyensu and Toby. So that's number 1.
But only a new mine. How about the existing mines?
Yeah, new mine, she said.
Okay.
Wow, Asante Gold, almost resilient about $170 million. CD equivalent locally in Ghana here. So what is it? What is that telling you? You bet me it has happened. Wow, within the last 1 year or so, they raised that money locally. Will the money go outside?
No.
They will have to pay it here, and they got it in cities. So that means you bet me by the same amount for years here. So if $170 million in cities can be raised by one company, it means that
you could see saying on
perhaps 200, 400, 500 million. In future, $1 billion can be raised here. So already this goal is in dropping JV. Almost use about $4-5 billion or more than that to do it.
Okay.
Question here beside I won't say. I say to me catch up my hand because that money they can't raise it here. Our system cannot take it. Well, but at least
percentage.
It's even $500 million is money.
Yeah,
a lot of money. Okay, cardinal almost $500 million on this, it is money we could have raised here. And now Azuma dear, me dear, we have started. Sometimes say we deliberate and conscious effort say Nimabi why so ye unya kukuru no ye. Look, uko Japan, uko European Union, and then these Americans, only some more subsidies heavily on agriculture. Developed country, subsidies heavily on agriculture, almost subsidies. Normally, we are bread as aid, food aid. Wow, that is the issue. So, forcing them in code to list is one of the solutions to get there, so that the money will be raised here. That is it. Pension funds, hedge funds, tier 3 and all those, because those are the monies they bring here. Who can now money for so Rixie, Obi, American for baby a Ghana oh. Yes, unless it be a war. Now, and then I say in Kofor Satis it could be or friend in Niger. Yeah, West Africa yenim. Because we are in the same neighborhood. Okay, Niger. Every Muntina. Are you saying Nigeria or what? Inti football ton pa. Wow. Okay, some time ago, a country be almost Tahiti. Bibisa. Who call GSS run out or Rara because I want Tahiti. They will say no, but let them play Black Star. Everybody will know that there's a country called Tahiti. That's how it is like. And Omakotam 1 billion, someone to be seen mine within 2 years. Developed country, which says you are risky for investment as compared to other people. Don't men share me. Wow, who share me or kwano who beside me say, oh, mining is not helping this country move from myself. So I will not take that kindly because my baby Deru, I catch her say, oh, look, these billions you people are having, hedge funds, more hanya, more for music and control shares. You didn't mind me. To me, ben whom 3-4 years and so mining and benefit here. Because I've taken pains to come here and tell you that we need to raise the money here. So listing, asking them to list on the stock exchange is one of the measures together, and it is part of the local content law. Local content. So that is that on local financing. We will need to push hard. There's a clear example I've given you at Santi Gold. Within 1 year, they've done it. The other ones will follow. That is it. Until we have started. So, Bisaon said, 10-15 years ago, if we were doing these kind of things, Ankabana you do, baby. Sure. Wow. So that is number one. OB2, local content. Obi, Ushe Sika Eba Bayo. Okay, all the money put together, okay, royalties, corporate income tax, dividends, withholding tax, all the various taxes on let's say the republic, called GRA, MIF, royalties, and all the boomer, and do 1 billion or roughly about that
for all the mining companies.
Yes, it will go up because we are having new mines, eventually step up production. But who they compare Sika almost spending every year on goods and services 2, 3, 4 times that. So 1 billion receipts to the Republic, and then about 3 billion or more on goods and services every year. So the question is, you don't own the mines. I think now she says, oh, Tafra said they should get some of the money here. I bet check Accra, but somebody has started it being successful. So if you don't own the mine, you cannot protect it for your people. Until you are sure all the report, because mining company BSO filing report with Minerals Commission. What have you bought? Uton is saying if and all those things they file it with us. Until a whole year who say no. Many of the things the money is going outside. You can also not capture this. Thankfully, 2020, barely 3 years, and I'm binding she by Emra, say Minerals Commission. Afibia Falis Bra. Wow. Montransi, Munya list. Nema of full say companies no omu to Ghana. Nafa only on discussion. Publish it
on
and then enforce it.
94.7.
As we speak, you'll bear 50 items on the list. You're breaking into 3 categories. Areas be or unye Ghana near untumi. So for example, unye Ghana near untumi koton for Emma company. Untumi koton lubricants. Untumi provide catering services. Untumi provide security. Obi new pa say independence in how many years? 66 one. Say until 2019. Obi to me from Manoni. Na once mining companies, almost use a lot of fuel. They are one of the biggest users of what do you call it? Fuel. 2021, $304 million. 2 years before, 100. Year now, palm foreign companies, 100. 2 years, I call 304. Obi, at then they say it's now 66 years after independence. Oma Obi free outside.
And the best supply fuel.
Petrol. And then call space. You build spacecraft. And now, and no you name there. For no one share spacecraft and now some special technology called mines. We stopped it. Into the new mines and other areas, very soon for we do 500 million. And then it will be a 1 billion industry. Will the money go outside?
No.
Number 2, Obi. Abrofono mubaha.
4.7.
Omo pay any goods and services and TRC a natural be abe. Wow. Uko UK, India or call black shop. There be this of a particular thing you see it in a black shop. An Indian goes to an Indian shop. Pakistani goes to a Pakistani shop. Yeah, blast in Kwan, yeah, wow. If a French company should come to Ghana today in the mining sector, they will transfer the money from Société Générale France to Société Générale Ghana. And go to Ashanti, South Africa. Go for South Africa. Omo de Musika for Stand Big, a South African company. Wow. In share this year is that Musika at least 60% from local banks.
Oh,
yes, it is in the procurement list. In the say Newmont repatriated $800 million. And they say this can you. Pe Eco Bank, APSA, Standard Chartered, and Bakubi, Barclays, and APSA.
Yeah,
that is the kind of thing they do. So if you don't deliberately put it on the list and say that Fabifa Agricultural Development Bank, Ghana Commercial Bank, CBG, go for the Stand Big, South African company. Wow, they'll take it to these foreign banks. That's what they will do. Until now, we said not less than 60%
should go through.
We want to get there. Should go to the local banks. Your CBG, your ADB, your commercial bank, your Trauma Bank of Ghana. Almost the list now, my 9 companies. They're more. Until end of this year, okay. Last year 20%, this year 60%. So you can imagine, you more returning by $400 or $800 million. 60% of that circulating in the local bank. We can add in a local banks. Until we would try now and the same thing insurance. Your Trauma National Insurance Commission. My list, there are more insurance every year. So and they have not more than 1 month. In January 2024. By 31st January 2024, all of them will have to file a report. Yes, how much did you spend on insurance? $5 million. I'm expecting no less than 60% of the $5 million. Local insurance company. The insurance company owned by the foreign companies. Okay, and look at the mines. Everything there has to be insured. Workers, everybody. Okay, now TTIA, now medical services. Normally, a foreign company. Once to me, will be our own doctor trained here. Even a Ghanaian doctor in UK, to me, he has to come and do convention. Just he trained here and went out to specialize and came back. Wow, me not in TRC. It's not as if they are bringing doctors from outside. How can you go and give a contract to a company from outside, Swiss or whatever French company, they come here, you give them a contract, they set up, hire all Ghanaian doctors, allied health practitioners, all of them. Because they have big hospitals and clinics at their mine sites. It is a $5 million contractor. Or any expenses, BBA will tell me here. If you say $4 million or $1 million, no, they cut the crew. And you saw the city's poor cop or the dollars cop. Why? So this year, you said every mining company, all your medical services should be provided by companies that are citizens of Ghana. So my favorite example, Golden Star was sacked. Now a foreign company run your medicals. Me sure mo last year October, and I'm catch up say, yeah, the medicals are too soon. And I'm sure I'm contract be with December. I said, don't sign a new one, give it to a Ghanaian. And ne Ghana need to run your medicals more. Yes. Guy no win here, he happens to have worked in the mines before, so that help is easy. So only together with his group of friends who are also doctors are now running Wasa. We are in August now, 8 months. Wasa, they've not come here to complain. I mean, your report be or Golden Star Wasa said Ghana need to run your medicals more for those huge numbers there, no? And on medicals, so you and your spouse. And it's a one mine engineer or you didn't know ma. Wow, and if they have 1,000 workers, that means about 2, 3, 4,000. Some companies we a limit to 3, a 4, everybody.
Yeah.
Wow. So these are the little things now. Ability Ghana. Thankfully. Yeah. And why I'm so crazy about this thing is that I don't have to go to Parliament every year. Parliament says, Minerals Commission every year, do the list. Mouth that to me, do the list. Of course, we are also not stupid. If we don't have capacity, you won't do it. Well, contract mining, that's the biggest, almost about $1 billion. They say Ghana companies, almost 15, I register on Minerals Commission. I'm providing that service. What is contract mining? You drill, blast, load, and haul. We hear trucks and all those things. In Tia, you don't want to have what capacity. Who is saying that? Nobody has complained. At least, nobody, no mining company has written to me that will complain away. And now we are beginning to have capacity issues with Ghanaian companies. Okay? And then many Papa Newmont, Peru, managing director of Ghana.
Oh.
Yes, again, it's about this skills thing. And then one Charles Bisu, namesake, and your politician, no US. Is on the general manager.
Oh wow.
Yes. And then run Kwana lithium for catcher myself. Ghana knew a money engineer, your friend Benjamin Amwa. Why you about 6-7 years? Well, a lithium company in Australia. Ghana Nyamuna produce 50%
of the world's lithium.
50% of lithium, see every Australia. Omakofano, now me time, you know. Now me present me call Pochino. He was prepared to come. We added it to your database. In China, I say lithium Fakofana. I'm very happy. So he's returning. So these are the kind of things we are doing. Okay. So local content, very stringent. Obi Udiagra. If there is anything that the mining companies tread cautiously, say it in tree or almost through local content.
Any local content.
Because fines no sundodo.
Fines no.
Mina me catch last year your company be bear almost $2 million.
$2 million.
Yes, almost 2 because Udi Adenuba now who have a catch me so there way you better 70%. Oh, and some of them plan local content plan. They have to bring it. And we look at it here, sign off. In so catch me say there we better 70%. Now you don't come back to us and tell us, oh, I'm having some challenges with the local supplier. Into my coin, I mean, cover 5%, bro. You don't do that at the end of the year. We file a report now 68%. Why didn't you do 70%? And you have to know about 2 because you should have come to me long ago. It is that 2% in your back calculative fine. It is big.
And they pay. They pay.
We withdraw lines if you don't pay. Into who see OTH. Now Newmont I offer you 1 billion and now Goldfields and now Google Ashanti and now Sanko OTH. Now we shareholders are said what your Minerals Commission $500,000 and $100,000 even 10,000 on me pamo. So they are very careful.
And those fines are part of the IGF of the Minerals Commission.
because their job is to make sure that they follow the law. Eba fine, that onyam yase. Wow, a bar good, but you don't rely on it. Okay, as will be our age, my chaloto.
That means chaloto.
Maybe our chaloto now would be fine. Bound to make us every year be expecting 10 million from Lotto. Go chaloto.
Won't mean fine.
No. You don't use that to do your IGF. Debbie. So they are very careful now the fines are being lesser, like Sucha. Because they were taking things for granted, and we showed them, like Nigeria Force, we showed them pepper.
It's true.
And Obi says, you know, the quality of the staff of Minerals Commission, it is
top notch, world class.
Okay. Within the last 2-3 years. Okay, my more example.
You could see saying on
Ufa, the regional inspector of mines for Ashanti region Minerals Commission. Your friend Mr. Dawson, or a mine engineer, he worked at Newmont for 20 years. 20 years, mine engineer. The last position, he was environmental manager at Newmont. Okay, look at the kind of experience he has brought to the commission. Your friend I think 4 years ago. First, no in charge of environment. Now he's a regional inspector of mines. Obi, Nipa say if he walks to the mining company or inspection, you have to be careful about him. Okay? The guy in Takrady working in Obuasi 18 years. Who were there now, before they join us. Your girl be or commercial office or a ventilation engineer or a Juma or Prestia mines underground 11 years. So when our inspectors go to the mine these days, they respect them because they have been to the best schools in the world for mining engineering. They have also worked in some of the biggest mining operations in Africa and in Ghana. So now the mining companies, they respect us. That is not to say all is well. Because we will need to beef up. Obisha Newmont. Omakoto new so 19 billion. The kind of technology, and if there's any place that technology is changing all the time, is mining industry, robotics, artificial intelligence, automation. Okay? Ura Subika underground. Nyama obehu on inspector now. I said almost at that time now Germany shared 6-1. One of our players or some of our players, they couldn't imagine they were playing with this German world class internet who be born almost So as an inspector, so you see this Dawson guy who is a regional inspector of mines in Kumasi, that is the chief inspector of mines representing at the regional level. If he's entering the mine, they go there every month for inspection. So he's supposed to superintend over Ahafo North, Ahafo South, Obuasi, and Asanko. These are the 4 mines in Ashanti with the full spectrum of inspectors under him. When they enter the mine, and they start their inspection or to go and check whether or not they are in compliance, the mining companies know the staff of
the quality.
Yes. That is it. And, you know,
one of the things we'll do is say 5 points and they are recapping me, you know, we'll push the rest to next week because we've done 35 minutes. Okay.
Next week. Me call me amani abi.
What food us are you in and the following week
we'll talk about value addition.
Sure.
Why are we not getting there?
Sure.
What is the challenge?
Sure.
Sure. And then the actual mining and
exploration. We talk about
that. Contract mining and catching for me person me so me run mining will be. Exploration in mining.
Yeah.
Wow, then we discuss value addition.
Very well.
Small scale there we have done enough.
We've done enough.
But I would summarize again.
Okay.
To show, say, look, we can't do, to wrap up, we can't do without small scale in this country. Forget it. We are doing it. But set
small scale
from 5 regions to 13. No less than a third of your good. 3 million livelihoods. You better think how to do it well, and that's what we are doing. Last week, I showed you the Musia So as I said, we just have to replicate and follow the operational manual across the 13 regions. For 2 weeks ago, illegal, they are working illegally. So, and they put those structures together within 3 months. So, how long do you want to sustain a band?
Yeah.
Debbie. That one is history now. Into Obi. A Juma or papa. Eh? These people who owns them, my old job, they will dribble you. Me see, before I walk away from this studio, pin, samina. Even bottled water some years back, no more imported bottled water. If you like, don't do any of these things. The South African companies will always transfer their money from Stanbic, South Africa. Normally about Stanbic.
That's a FMB.
Nigeria need better investments. Well, for example, in mining or the better Zenith. Or the access
and UBA.
Wow, sounds sooner Ghana Nico establishing mine or US if that is possible now. Maybe better. It's a natural thing. It's so true. Police will be look, let me use this word. So force you. But of course, you are not stupid, you have to have capacity. Your local banks, you have to. And they will comply.
Obia sending me I think Bogosu Christian mine. Much roller to be on notice to remedy breach of mining leases. Okay.
So then, man, you bet you from no be na cano. Yaman koye. Obi, we are not joking, no. We are not perfect, but they say there and nearby also because of this galamsey. 24 hours, people are watching us.
Very well.
Okay,
very well.
And I want you to confess. I will not force you, like some pastors do. Obi, all this period I've been engaging you. Have you learned something?
Oh, a lot.
About mining.
A lot. Too much. Too much.
You see?
Too much.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure who Sika Baby and Kabana room.
Oh. Aden, come a room do. My almost started list here.
That is why we are here. We are here for a long haul. Every Thursday, someone took I'm not on some official assignment.
You have to be here. We have to change.
And I'm not sending any junior officer or middle level person.
Sure.
I want you to hear it from the CEO himself.
Charlie, CEO, we are too much. Mr. Martin Ayisi and the chain in Kano, the lawyer, and in fact, a mining lawyer. Into about mining law, they are one of the best we have in the country. Ekosi saying,